Hey guys, it's Alpha Angel, welcome back to the channel, and if I sound strange it's because I am very sick, but I had to bring this to you, because coming out this Friday, and previewed, of course, by Mr. Tuto Murphy the other day, this is GotFriends Project Crosscart. Now yes, we have had another wheeled buggy thing for the sim. We had Parallel 42's Juice Goose, and this is similar, but in many ways very different and kind of awesome. Now, it's got full native versions for 2020 and 2024, and this thing is powered by a 4-stroke Hayabusa 1300cc engine, so it is disgusting. 6 gears, with an automatic drivetrain. We have manual transmission in there too. Well, there's a semi-automatic function. 12-gallon fuel tank, a nitrous tank with a gallon of nitrous in it, because going faster than stupid is even more fun, apparently. We have a workshop to customize features. You can do it outside the vehicle in 24 and inside. Custom coded ground physics and engine physics, completely done by the GotFriends team. And there's a bunch of different liveries that come with this as well. You can add more, of course. So with the customizability of parts and liveries, you can have your own vehicles. Custom multiplayer effects. The workshop stuff works in multiplayer too. Built and designed to work on Xbox controllers and HOTAS and things, but it can also work on a full-on steering wheel and pedal set. Yeah, like a force feedback steering wheel and pedal set. You could use this in a racing sim rig. And in a sim like 2024, where we are able to go around on foot, this feels somehow suddenly way more relevant than ever. Now yeah, we've had vehicles in flight sims for years, but 24 seems like the place where it truly comes home to roost. Now, this is going to be coming out for $9.99 on the website. For GotFriends, I will link to their website, and on the in-game marketplace when it's available. It will also be on 2020 as well, so on their marketplace there, to PC and Xbox. We're going to mess with this thing, because this thing seems like a lot of fun. Now, in terms of what we've got here, this thing has full boost systems. We've got major visual effects, vibration effects, momentum effects, stability. The suspension animations are insane. And it comes with full instructions on where your mappings go. I'm going to be running this on a controller. I have an Xbox controller that I run with my sim. And we're going to go take a look at that right now and see just how she is. We're here at Grand Canyon Airport, by the way, because it's got some amazing roads and trails around the area for us to play with. Now, this is the Crosscart, little single-seat dune buggy. The fun part, though, do you want to go super low traction, super slick tires, super high traction tires, super medium tires? Do we want to switch out our headlights for either incandescents, or we can go with LEDs? Same up here. We can even change out our spoiler type, our antennas for a flag. It's our fuel. Where are our exhaust pipes? Ah, there they are. We can go for top-sized ones. We can go down below. We're going to go with top ones for this one in a moment. But we are going to hop in and take a look around. So as I mentioned about the workshop, tube here, if you don't have the walk-around feature in 2020. And we can select between what we want here. We can even have headphone simulation on, which if you look at third person, headphones, well, the headphones stay on. That's an aside. But we've got our grip levels, we've got our types of lights, we can change our steering wheel around to a racing style, or we can go for a normal sized. Tons of options in customizability there, which is kind of neat, as I go press the wrong button, of course. Put the tube to go back in. Now, how do we start it? Well, on. Yep, that's simple. And it's on. So, up on the, well, I need to go back, because I need to back out my parking spot, don't I? Right, let's see if we can get ourselves around here somewhere. Now, I don't remember how to drive out this parking lot, because I never actually, that's not yet. I don't care. We're going to drive down here. Is that an F-18? That's an F-18, because AI aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, AI aircraft. So I'm going to go third person for this, because honestly, third person does feel beneficial for this sort of thing. We can let her really rip here. And she can get pretty fast. That's our NOS there we can engage. It goes stupid quickly. Got our horn. E-brake. And let's go to the main road. We'll take a bit of a drive through town here. I can show you to stay in Arizona where I stayed. But this thing is nippy AF, and it is fun to drive. Oh god, I'm going to kill a roundabout. Oh, there we go. There's a bus stop there. And this should be the driveway in here to where we stayed. And I was in this block here, actually. Can I drive down here? I can drive down here. Yes. I didn't use the pool, unfortunately. I had no time. But I'm pretty sure my room was like one of these. Yeah, my room was like that one, I think. Yeah. Either way, enough of this. We'll drive through the hotel lot. But yeah, this thing is so much fun because now we have these spaces where we can drive and operate these things. They're so much fun. This looked a lot creepier in real life. Much creepier. Murder hotel-y, kind of creepy. But I digress. So much stuff for so high a price around this area, but hey, you know what? It was a lot of fun either way. And yes, not everything is contactable, which is probably a good thing in the grand scheme of things. But we're going to find ourselves a trail here and go for a bit of a razz around the environment. This might be the best way to start heading up here. See what we could find. There's a good one off here. See, a lot of these trailers in this area are quite well developed in terms of how the actual sim maps them out. So we've got lots of room to go drive around and explore. Oops, sometimes you hit a tree and you don't have collisions on. You will get a bit of a bouncy moment. That's just the sim being the sim. I think we need to head back down the road, but we'll do that with the full nitrous on so you know how fast this gets. So we'll just clear the island here. In typical hillbilly fashion, we will jump the island. Oh god. Right. Here we go. Right. Full power. Here we go. 6,700 RPM, 95. Engage that nitrous. Oh god. Yep, that's fast. Ooh. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of speed. Now our trail turn off should be right here. On the right it is. Exactly where I remember it should be. And we're going to take this to a couple other places as well, not just here in Arizona. But what I like about this is it's a very versatile vehicle. In fact, whilst we're here, I'm going to do some quick changing around first. Just to show you something. We'll go to the super duper low profile tyres there. Now watch how this thing cannot stay in a straight line in terms of its traction. Sliding off the hills there. Super slippery. Yep. Super duper slippery. No bueno. Yeah, yes. Stay still. Right, we've got big tyres on now. And these are very... That's a tree. Very grippy. And we can get some good traction out of this and therefore good speed. And open this thing up really wide off-road. But the suspension movement is amazing for this because it's super accurate in terms of how it's moving. And it's actually very plausible movement. I thought with how dramatic the terrain can get in 20... In fact... I love how I could do this whilst we're driving. I thought with how the terrain can be very over-exaggerated times in 24, that this would be way too bumpy for it, and then it'd struggle. Well, that's entirely a plausible concern, and frankly not one we're going to find in a place that's been groomed as much as to say in Arizona. So why don't we take this somewhere we haven't played with it already, and give it a good rag on some bog standard 24 terrain. So, we're somewhere nice and snowy and pretty. Is that the Sphinx Observatory? Yes, we're in Switzerland. We're on Jungfrau, so I figured this is a pretty good spot to test. Okay, engine is on. And yeah, that's Switzerland down below us. Let's go see just how much this thing can actually have fun. And we're here on snow, by the way, with the super chunky tyres on her right now. And she's handling the snow pretty decently, in fact. Very, very, very grippy. How's it going to handle flying off a mountain at this altitude? I don't know. But we'll find out. For science. Yeah, this is pretty severe stuff. I was going to take it into the Grand Canyon, but I figured this might be a little higher and more dramatic. Oh god, hi. Yep. Well, it's a slight spin, tumble, bounce, boing, flip, inversion. Oh. Yeah, we kind of stopped. Think of all these places you couldn't explore before. Well, you could, but now there's an actual reason to. In the weirdest way possible sometimes. Why do this kind of thing in the sim? Because we can now. What other game can you yeet off a mountain in a doom buggy? And it be fun-ish when you're not upside down. Admittedly, this is my driving and choice of destination than anything else. But we can have fun on a glacier. It's enjoyable in its own very weird and wonderful way. So you do have some minor control, by the way, over your pitch of the vehicle and roll when it's in the air. It's just a flight sim factor, so you can be a bit of a GTA hero and kind of correct your landing attitude when you're falling. So if anyone showed you some amazing sick jumps they pulled off where they perfectly land the vehicle, yeah, no, they are perfectly landing it, but they're also guiding it in, because you can. It's probably going to give me motion sickness looking at it from first person. But we can get all the way down, just because why not? This is silly, but silly is sometimes enjoyable. But it does grip incredibly well, and that's the thing I'm surprised about most, to be honest, is even just up here on the rocks, it's just blasting around, absolutely going for whatever it wants to do. No qualms whatsoever over it. Oh, hello. Oh god, tipping over. Yep, that's a bad move. We're going to right ourselves? Yeah, we've got it. Incredibly dumb, incredibly fun. So, we're a little bit more alpine right now. Up here, above where the Jungfraubahn comes down. I forgot the name of this station in this little town, but it does have one. I just forgot what it is. But just in these locations, you can fly here, we can take helicopters here, but actually seeing them from ground level, and yes, a lot of them aren't particularly fantastic outside of ones that are completely handcrafted, but we're starting to see more sceneries and more creations that are fully handcrafted for ground exploration. There's the Amboy scenery recently that came out for California. A beautiful little motel and airstrip out in the desert. It's got that very kind of abandoned, deserty California vibe. It's a blast. But imagine finding new sceneries and areas that are created for safari exploration. Imagine taking a vehicle like this out into Africa and going on an actual animal safari in a wheeled vehicle. The potential this offers is huge in this new sim because it's not like 2020. It's not like FSX. It's a whole digital world for us to play in, and we shouldn't just be restricted to aircraft. And the fact you can get a decently realistic, obviously there's no damage on, so that's just me driving like an idiot. But imagine the fact you can have such a good driving experience with this, you can use it with the full sim rig. You know, wheel and pedal sets, shifters, and you can have a good driving experience in this thing. That expands our horizon in the flight sim world so much more. And why do I think it's important we have vehicles like this? Because by developers like GotFriends, who make a lot of great, amazing bush aircraft, it shows us not only do they have a full grasp over the physics of the new sim, but that the physics of the new sim are not just good enough to support... Okay, if we want a sim that can do amazing bush physics for aircraft, most of that is interacting with the tyre and the ground, is it not? So to have an aircraft that can interact well with the tyres and the ground, we need something that can interact between the ground and a tyre. And what better than a buggy or a cart or a bike? You know, a two-wheeled scrambler would be fantastic. A mountain bike would be amazing. But we have things like this that are a blast to play with. Cheap, fun. And that's another thing that GotFriends always keep doing, is they make fun stuff, whether it's free or paid. But as a physics demonstration alone, this is telling us a huge amount about what the sim can do for us. And that we're getting it for 2020 as well. I have not used it in 2020, and you know what? We're going to, because I feel like being fair. I have both installed. Let's go check it out in 2020 now and see just how it compares. Well, here we are in Füssen, southern Germany, in 2020, and this is a normal road apparently. It's a little bit on the bouncy side. Oh, there we go. Oh god, we're in a field now. We're in people's houses. So, controls-wise, it's basically identical, although it uses your pilot figure, which is in this case me, which is horrifying to imagine. But interior-wise, basically the same. Everything else works the same, including down here to your workshop. Obviously, you can't get out, and this is now necessary to change parts in 20. But otherwise, everything basically works the same. The vehicle's just as hairy to drive. Although I will say it's notably slightly bouncier in 2020, I think, than it is in 24. Could be down to how the ground physics behave themselves. Let's try and not run into buildings again. That would be beneficial to our forward momentum. Now we have got a job for today, if I can get there without being on my roof. There we go. Without being disturbed by the real world Captain Whiskers. Hi! This is Diva. She's soaking wet, having just come back into the house and into Mummy's office. The real world Captain Whiskers there. So off for some rough terrain here and through the woods. It's very bouncy, but again, not entirely unexpected. Completely different terrain profiles. Oh, water. What's it going to do on this? Oh, skippity boom. Way off we go. 2020's water was never exactly the highlight of that simulator. Spray effects in 24 are much more authentic, although being able to... This is definitely in the awkward realm of things. Hilarious, though. I do quite like this feature that we now have wake behind the crosscarts. Yeah, that's different. As we're pontooning across the lake here. On my list of weird experiences. We are now a boat. Which makes the interesting argument that we could have some pretty cool boat racing in this sim. Or in 24 at least. Whee! It's not bad. I definitely say the ground handling and behaviour is better in 24. But in 2020 it's not exactly bad either. No, I was hoping to make the roof there. There we go, gonna drive around all this stuff. Yeah, none of this was designed to be driven around. This is all just default auto-rendered, auto kind of placed buildings where it wants to put them, so we're kind of coping with what the world gives us in that regard. Not particularly intended for driving, that's for sure, which definitely is a plus point in favour of it in 2020. The world in 2020 is just so much better designed or capable of accepting ground vehicles. There's a road through the town here. Can we use this? Yeah, steering's a little bit interesting on 20. At least on the off-road surfaces. Oh, we nearly found it. We nearly got it. Yay, we're kind of in a straight line. There we go. We're on a road. Ish. No longer on a road. Neuschwanstein Castle up there. But yeah, 2020, almost the same. Little more rough in terms of how the physics kind of feel, I think. But not unexpected. So we're back here in 24 in exactly the same area, really. And it's a different ball game with how you can drive around in this world compared to 2020. So yeah, 2020 is not the best example outside of specific driving areas. And like I said, I mentioned the ones from... oh god, that's a tree. I mentioned the ones from Parallel 42. Of course, with the Juice Goose, they are a direct competitor in a way, so I feel I don't really want to show one of their driving areas with this vehicle, because I feel like I'd be betraying both developers there by doing that. Oh god, hi! Oh my... Yep, no, this bridge is not as solid as it looks. But it does give the opportunity for an experiment. Once I get out of the bridge, that is. How is this in water compared to 2020, which looked derpy? 24... Looks the same. Or mildly worse, I think. Oh, now that's solid apparently. You want it to be solid? Okay. Yeah. So obviously working with default terrain areas, you're going to have stupid, silly mistakes and silly things that happen. But that's okay. Because it's a ton of fun either way. And I am just excited by the possibility of this. What this does for us in terms of what it means in terms of potential. What it means in terms of what we can see in the future from developers. And how we, as a simmer, interact with our... Don't fall over, thank you. Interact with our sim realm. Because, yeah, cars have always been a gimmick. But this is more than just a gimmick vehicle. This is a truly very... I have to hit it. No, backflip. I could not hit it. But it proves what can really be done when you really try. And it opens up this world into a whole new realm that we haven't really used. And... oh my... giddy aunt, Frida. That was saucy. It gives us opportunities we haven't seen. And most importantly, it's fun. And I think we sometimes need to remember that fun is also why we're here. As simmers, not just, you know, to do serious things. But we can have fun and enjoy ourselves too. And that's okay. So for 10 whole dollarinos, I will absolutely be picking myself a copy of this from their store when it goes live on, I think, Friday. So check yourself out a copy, grab a copy, go have some fun, put a big grin on your face, and just enjoy driving a stupid vehicle because it's really well made. Bye!